Sarah, it's really good to meet you. I'm Katie, and I'm a dietitian in Ohio. What brought you in today?
I have a 2-year-old girl, and she's a very picky eater. All she wants to eat is dinosaur chicken nuggets. I'm very concerned about my child.
That's entirely understandable. Picky eating in children ages 1 to 3 is pretty common. It's pretty common for toddlers. When a child is stuck on a certain food, like chicken nuggets, that's called a food jag.
Oh, I didn't know that. What can I do to get my child to eat other foods?
You can try incorporating new foods with a food that your child already likes. So you can incorporate cucumbers and some fruit with the chicken nuggets that your child already enjoys. Children ages 1 to 3 imitate the adults that are around them, so it's really important for those adults in your home to be setting a good example for your child to follow by eating nutritious foods. You can also prepare foods with different textures and colors that are pleasing to the eye for your child. You can experiment with preparing those foods in different ways that your child might enjoy more. Children are more likely to eat foods that they get to help make or prepare, so you could go ahead and let your child help you in the kitchen a little bit.
Okay, thank you so much. Is there any certain food group that I should be trying to focus on more with my child?
You should make sure that your child is eating foods from the 5 different food groups: whole grains, fruits, vegetables, dairy, and protein foods. Iron deficiency anemia is prevalent in ages of children 1 to 1.5 years old. Iron deficiency anemia means that if a child is not meeting the 5th percentile of the distribution of hemoglobin concentration in other healthy children in this age group. And iron deficiency is when a child is not meeting his or her iron intake requirements.
Is there any way that I can prevent iron deficiency in my child?
Yes, sir. There are some things that you can work on. Do not let your child consume more than 24 ounces of cow's milk in one day because it has a low iron content. And it can also displace high iron foods that they might be consuming. If your child does develop iron deficiency anemia, you can supplement with drops of dose at 3 milligrams per kilogram of body weight for your child. Do you have any other questions or concerns?
I don't think so. Thank you so much, Katie.
You're welcome. Hi, Rachel. I'm so glad that you came into my office today. What can I do for you?
Katie, thank you so much for having me. I'm a preschool teacher at Athens Head Start, and I've seen some nutrition-related problems in my classroom I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay. What kind of problems have you been noticing?
Yeah, so I have a student in my class named Sally, and during lunchtime she'll just eat like a little bit of cereal. And then I also have a student, Noah, and he'll eat like a sandwich and cereal.
Okay.
And I'm worried that Sally won't grow as well because she's not eating as much. Do you have any recommendations for this?
Yeah, that's a great observation. There's not really too much that you should be concerned about with this regard. Preschoolers go through growth spurts, which means that their energy intakes are going to increase right before that period of growth.
Okay.
So Noah's probably about to go through a growth spurt, and that's why he's eating more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've never heard of that. So how can I know if Sally and Noah are getting all the nutrients that they need?
Okay, well, actually, there's this chart called the Recommended Dietary Allowances, or RDA, and we can go ahead and check those out. So it's really important that children are consuming adequate iron, fiber, and calcium. So for a child who is 4, they need vitamin C, like they need 25 milligrams of that per day. And for vitamin D, they need 15 micrograms per day. So basically how to read the chart is you look at the nutrients at the top and you look at the ages. So and then you can just go ahead and look that way.
Yeah, that's great. Do you have any other tips that, like what I can do in the classroom so I can help my kids pick healthy foods, especially when Sally only wants to eat cereal?
Sure. There are a lot of things that you could do. One thing you could do is start a school garden with the permission of like your educator.
Mm-hmm.
Higher. At this age, your kids are going to want to please their caretaker. So it's really a good time to teach them about food selection and preparation. You could also take the kids out to like the Athens Farmers Market so that they could try out a wide variety of those fruits and vegetables. Do you have any other concerns or questions?
I don't think so. Thanks for all the advice.
No problem, Rachel. No problem.
I learned that a food jag is what I can do to work on and getting my child to try other foods. I'm going to introduce new foods with foods that my child already likes. I'm also going to get my child more involved in the kitchen by having her cook with me. I also learned to experiment with foods of different textures. Finally, I learned that specific nutrients my child needs to consume at her age.
And I learned that my preschoolers go through growth spurts, which causes them to need a higher energy intake than other students right before that period of growth. And I learned how to read RDA charts to make sure that my kids are getting the right amount of nutrients at their age. And I also learned how I can help involve my kids in making healthy choices by starting a school garden, going to the farmer's market to try a wide variety of fruits and vegetables.